Hello everyone, Hawky here, back with another Sword of Convallaria video. And AFRA is next, the one Ironmancer. I mean, I thought she was going to be next. That was our prediction, and I guess I was right. So we have more time to save for Luffy and SP and Nana. She's pretty cool. She's dreamy and turns into a deer, but yeah, she's a bit of a skip, so like Luffy and SP and Nana's more required here. Her voice sounds so cute though. So yeah, sometimes whimsical, sometimes ethereal and mysterious. AFRA from the Snow Fawn tribe of Lucia transforms to a beautiful fawn. Divine the past through dreams and also foretell the future. Due to a rare and controlled transformation ability, believed to possess pure and noble ancient beastfolk lineage, and born with the title of the Tundra Priestess, and making her the indisputable choice to inherit the position of the tribe leader. However, she scorns the notion of lineage, knowing that for dream divination, lineage holds no significance. And they did a deer icon as well. But yeah, this is my prediction. So yeah, AFRA confirmed officially, and then maybe it's Nidia, and then Luffy, SP, Nana. They could still swap these around, right? Or maybe they're going to push collab earlier. But yeah, for those who are looking at AFRA, I feel like it doesn't really do much, yeah? I'll probably go through all her skills here as well. Like, basically what she does is she makes your team a bit stronger, but like it's only really good if your team is at a certain level of power. Like, doesn't really work if your team's too weak, and doesn't really work if your team's too strong, because there is a cap on her damage amplification, right? The magic attack and healing effects increase by 6%, immune to frosty tiles. At the end of turn, inflicts Nightmare, which is a debuff, reduces damage by 5%, increases damage taken and piercing damage taken by 5%. So on all enemies within 3 tiles of the character, if target already has Nightmare, inflicts Labyrinth of Dreams 1. All effects last for 2 turns. So it's a mark. Sleep cannot be interrupted in its duration. So yeah, puts units to sleep, right? And they can't wake up from the Labyrinth of Dreams. When inflicted again or the duration is over, 20% of all damage taken in Labyrinth of Dreams is calculated. So a team does, like, after she does this debuff, your team will be like doing damage to it, and then 20% of the damage taken and doesn't exceed 400% of AFRA's magic attack. And when inflicted again, additionally deals piercing damage equal to 20% of the casted magic attack. Incidents of damage can be counted as damage taken in the Labyrinth of Dreams duration. And yeah, that was the Frosty. And it's going to be from 3 tiles Nightmare to 4 tiles. So not much difference between 1 and 2 star there. On 3 star, we got the magic and healing increased to 8%, so 2% increase there. Movements increased by 1 tile, which is really nice. That's why I put her 3 star, and Nightmare to on all enemies within 5 tiles. So that's pretty cool. And you would get the random level 2 debuff. Like, they just adding like level 2 debuff stuff here left and right, like for added effect. And then 4 star turns into 10% movement increased by 2. And yeah, still one random level 1 level 2 debuff, and then 5-star magic attack and healing to 12%, nightmares to 6 tiles, and then Labyrinth of Dreams 2, right? So Labyrinth of Dreams does get a upgrade here. It's 30% of all damage taken is calculated, and it's 600% of AFRA's magic attack. That can't exceed 600%, and then it's 30% here. Yeah, and yeah, like this sort of amplifies that damage, but yeah, there's a hard cap on it, so you do have to really build up the AFRA there. So her base skill is just the healing spell, 1 energy, 100% heal, dispels debuff. And let's have a look through these ranked skills. So Fantasy Whisper, single target, 70% of magic attackers damage, inflicts nightmare, which we've seen before, vulnerable 2 and piercing vulnerable 2. So pretty nice. If target has nightmare, additionally inflicts nightmare of dreams. After attacking, inflicts sleep. All effects last for 2 turns. And then the right side is Echo Revelry. After actively casting a class skill, heals all allies within 3 tiles for 20% of magic attack there. And then the rank 3, this is the transformation to a deer. Instant transforms into a fawn and jumps to the target tile, deals damage equal to 20% of magic attack to all enemies within 2 tiles of the character. The extra trait, cannot move, reduces damage taken by 30%, transform back to AFRA before the start of the next 2 turns, and then at the end of the turn, heals all allies within 3 tiles of the character by 60% of magic attack. Replaces skills of AFRA form with skills including Call of the Fawn, Fawn Spirit Light, Awakening Dreams, Dear Slumber, Tread on Snow, Fawn Steps, and Wake Up. Like, so much. And then Dream Telling Game. Passive at the start of turn. Cast Dream Telling skill 1 time and gains 1 energy. Dream Telling skills will be cast in the order of Dream Entered, Dream Enlightened, and Dream Blessed. Then Meditation for 2 turns. Spell 2 debuffs from all allies. Gives them attack 2. Grants physical and magic defense 2 to all allies in the battle for 2 turns. Okay, just gonna throw her to battle with some random stuff. The Dream Entered, right? In AFRA state, at the start of next turn, Dream Telling Game casts Dream Enlightened. So I've got the meditation aura and everything, so yeah, this is the Dream Telling Game, so automatic passive there. And then this is a typical sleep, pretty much. So if we just cast sleep with like extra debuffs and everything, so we just see them with all this debuffs: nightmare, piercing, vulnerable, sleep. Okay, and what we also have is, yeah, we can transform into the deer form. Yeah, so dealing a bit of damage there. And does it show me? Oh yeah, here we go. Our deer form skills. Like Call of the Fawn, single target piercing damage equal to 40% of magic attack here. We got Tread on Snow, Fawn Steps, jumps to the target tile, maximum range, increases with the star level movement, deals 5% AoE damage to all enemies within 1 tile. Yeah, so not available in that turn. We can do that next turn. The Awakening Dreams, Fawn Slumber, healing, grants the target innocent dreams until the start of next turn. Set the buff, you remove when attacked or at start of turn. Recovers 50%. HP equal to 50% of the caster magic attack. Physical magic defense 2 for 2 turns. And increases healing amount to 100% of the caster's magic attack. Additionally grants attack 2, dispels and immune to attribute debuff for 2 turns there. And we also got the Fawn Spirit Light. Heals all allies within 2 tiles by 60% of magic attack and dispels 1 debuff. And then we change back to the AFRA Fawn, right? So that's a standard heal. Like, this is probably the only other one, like, yeah, just a bunch of like buffing and supporting skills. We'll probably die, right? Okay, we'll protect AFRA. And let's just kill these units. Okay. Yeah, so now we can actually use the tread on snow, fawn steps. So yeah, we can do a big jump away. Okay, and then we can transform back to AFRA. Yeah, and then yeah, the pledge is from Aisha there. And yeah, Dream and Lighten, so spells debuffs, grants them the attack 2. Pretty nice. Either you should get the attack 2. Attack 1. Wait, what happened? Or was it because I wasn't in the AFRA form? Okay, right. So I need to be in AFRA form for the Dream Telling game to work. And yeah, the rest is pretty straightforward. And rank 5, the reaction skill. Run my fawn. At the start of the battle, gains unyielding, so she can revive, recovers 35% of health when triggering, cannot be spelled. When taking active attack, reduces damage by 15% and transforms into a fawn. And cooldowns 3 turns, right? So yeah, she just transforms into the fawn there, which is pretty cool. And then she can like jump out of battle and everything. And the right size endure, take 50% less DOT. So I recommend this sort of skill selection. And yeah, rank 7, Phantom in Fantasy. Deals damage equal to 50% of magic attack to all enemies within 3 tiles. Before attacking, inflicts Nightmare, Vulnerable 2, and Piercing Vulnerable 2. If target has Nightmare, additionally inflicts Labyrinth of Dreams. All effects last for 2 turns. After attacking, additionally inflicts sleep on enemies with injured or Labyrinth of Dreams for 1 turn. And then right side, single target healing, grants target innocent dreams. And then rank 9, we got deal piercing damage equal to 50% of magic attack. Inflicts 1 random level 2 debuff and Nightmare for 2 turns. 30% chance to additionally inflict sleep. Guaranteed to inflict sleep if the target is injured, lasting for 1 turn. So yeah, a lot of different mechanics here. And yeah, Calamity of Icefield deals 60% ice AoE damage to all enemies within 3 tiles of the target range. And then Light of Healing heals all allies. Yeah. So for rank 11, we should be choosing the left side. Actually didn't learn anything here on AFRA yet. But we also have AFRA's Astral Imprint, Dream Turbidity. Magic attack by 6%, gains 2 stacks of Dream Omen Doom 2, Dream Omen Life 2. After actively casting a class skill, if using healing, dispels 1 debuff, and the character gains 1 stack of Dream Omen Doom 2. If using piercing damage, the character gains 1 stack of Dream Omen Life 2. So yeah, these are extra buffs. Magic attack by 4%. After actively using a class skill, if dealing piercing damage, additionally inflicts 1 random level 2 debuff and stackable, and life 2, which is increase the healing effect by 8% up to 3 stacks. Like extra buffs there. Pretty nice. And then that's the 1-star version. So for AFRA, let me get back to her. We do usually play her with the Sword and Wand, but you can also use the double cut for extra healing as well. We can be running her with the reconstructed Q for extra healing effect. She could run the Nightmare Puppet. She could also be running the Prism for extra magic attack, piercing damage, or she could also be running the Starry Sky Heritage. So definitely a few options there. And for trinkets, usually you can try her with Shield of Justice. Everyone wants Shield of Justice. You can run like Spring Pill for like a bit of healing there, or August Notes, which I don't have on here, or just run anything. Like probably not Mystery Guardian. Hourglass maybe. Because you do really want to raise her like magic attack for her trait effects. And for Tarot, you can look at High Priestess. You can really look at like running Devil, or running like World or Judgment. Do I have Judgment? Yeah, Judgment. And then we put her into battle. Like she usually just comes through, and I don't have enough movement. Let me do March Command. It usually comes through and just makes everyone go to sleep. Everyone with the extra debuffs. And then the damage would stack, right? So, see, they went to sleep, got attacked, turned into the deer form. So if I get interrupted though, okay. Just teleport out. Do Moon's Caress and I do a bunch of damage to these guys. Okay, I'm just gonna stand by here so we can see the damage stacks. So if we stand by, we'll see the damage stacks recorded by the Labyrinth of Dreams. Yeah, so you see all the take that damage. You know, we can like, you know, jump out and like deal damage and everything. And then like heal up. So I don't know, she's a doesn't really do much healing. She's a like mini healer, amplifier, disruptor. Like the mechanic and how everything works is quite interesting, but it's not easy to play her. Like she has to get into position, cast her debuffs, cast sleep, and then yeah, just totals up your damage dealt with all those debuffs, and yeah, deals extra damage based on that. But there is that 400% cap, or it's 600% if you decide to 5-star her. But yeah, it is a cap. Like, how much is that? Like 400% of AFRA's attack. So what are we looking at? Like if I had 3k attack, it'll be like 12k. Like 12k, it's a bit. It's also not that much as well. Like she's only really good for some teams, and if your team has enough DPS, right, you would just take another DPS. So, what's the point? So Special Mimi Icy Fun does have a very detailed guide here on Tap Tap. Goes through the details really thoroughly as well. I just don't think like she does need a lot of manual play, technical play with her skills, and it doesn't really result in much like damage or like clearing the stage that much compared to any other unit. Like you probably just run like another DPS unit. Like if you need healing, run another healer. If you need another support, like we got a ton of good supports, and yeah, she just doesn't really bring that much to the table. And yeah, if you knew, you don't really have damage for her to really amplify. Like for new starters, you rather run like another damage dealer or like healer or support unit. And if you're already like have an end game team and everything, this damage amplification, the increased damage isn't really going to be much. Like you'd rather run any other support or bring someone else to do damage. So she's just in a tough place. Maybe she can be buffed in the future, but at this rate, she's more of a skip unit. Yeah. Overall output on team suitable for long and difficult stages. Provides buffs and everything. Not as good as SP's Sophia. Provide vulnerability. Yeah. And he has a special weapon. Don't think she's a top level support. Has her own shortcomings. Role that favors more operations than manual play. If you're a casual player who only plays in auto, then follow the meta draws. If you're pursuing a higher ceiling, AFRA is a good choice, but yeah, I think we should just skip and follow and try and get the next units coming up. Save up for both Luffy and SP and Nana, and yeah, that's AFRA. I'll see you guys next time.